What's going on? This is David from Elevated Physical Therapy and Fitness. This video is going to cover a few of the more basic, like on the table rotator cuff strengthening exercises. They'll generally be reserved for when you're in a decent amount of pain. You start off, usually with no weight or very little weight and work your way up. For these, I almost never recommend doing any more than 5 pounds at the most, but there's times where you can do more. It's just usually you don't want to do these exercises with more. If you're doing higher level rotator cuff strengthening, you're generally going to be recruiting other muscles as well. So that's a little bit different. But for these, keep it pretty light, okay? You're gonna wanna be on your side, however you can be comfortable there, and this elbow is gonna stay here. If you need a towel or something to get you into that position so you aren't like flapping that arm, that's fine, right? But you wanna stay here and start at the belly button and you're externally rotating up. You don't have to get all the way up here and you don't have to go into that super painful range, but you wanna rotate straight up. A lot of times too, people will be trying to get more range. This happens more with the band, but it can happen here too, where they're trying to get more and more, so they just start to straighten that elbow. So keep that elbow bent to 90 degrees and just rotate straight up towards the ceiling. You'll feel the back of your shoulder start to burn pretty quickly, okay? So this is for your external rotation. Sometimes what I'll add in is like a combination of this one and the other. So then your abduction, usually I say go thumb up. That's a little bit more comfortable generally. And try and focus on this upper trap, not initiating that movement or just carrying you all the way through. So you wanna really pull from the shoulder. You can stop at 90 or you can go all the way up if it feels good, right? Kind of go through the range that feels good to you. And if for some reason that thumb up isn't feeling so great, you can play with the rotation of the shoulder. I don't generally recommend going thumb down with that one though. Sometimes I'll combine those two. So I'll hit a little external rotation, press that up, and then go up over the head, okay? That would be a little bit more of a progression from those two. And then if for some reason you need to work the internal rotators, you're just gonna put that in the bottom. That arm's gonna be underneath you, and you're gonna be rotating up. Generally, I don't ever get to this on the table. There's just better ways to work that, and your pec and lats do a lot of this, so that subscap isn't gonna get as much attention as people may think. So you can do this for sure. It's not something that is ill-advised, but it's generally too easy. Even for someone who's in pain. Obviously, we're talking post-surgical or something, that's a little bit different. But so those are kind of the three most basic rotator cuff strengthening exercises to target the different type of muscles in the rotator cuff. Those are just on the table, and then we'll do some with the bands here in another video. Give those a shot. Let me know what you think.